yeah, I think everyone needs multiple streams of income. And so it's super important. I can't imagine not having that, because the security you get, the feeling you get of confidence, of like financial confidence when you have that. One could take a dive 1 month or have a rough month, and yet you're still good. You're still able to make good decisions in life, because it's really tough. I've been there many times where you have decisions in life, financially or business or family, and if you're stressed about financials, you're not really making the best decisions typically. It's a very stressful point of view to come from. So really important to get your financial side of your life in check so that you can live a great life.
You have to begin by being rich and wealthy in your mind before you become rich and wealthy in life. The real purpose of financial wealth is for you to be able to finance your personal mission for your life. It's your freedom money.
We're here with Cesar, and Cesar, we just spent the last 25 minutes or so talking about opportunities within your business. And I'd love for you to kind of just share with our friends that experience.
Well, it is amazing that you guys reach out to just talk about my business and make me realize what I'm probably missing and what should just keep doing or keep growing and expect on my business and in terms of growing in the future. I feel like for new agents, it is important to have these conversations so your mindset is in place and you get motivated every day to just keep going.
Awesome. Thank you, Cesar.
That was well said.
Mentorship and coaching is so important because if you think about it, our entire lives, we have had coaches, teachers, people who help us grow, and it should be absolutely no different with business.
You can almost overdo it at KW. So we have our initial coaching program that you join as a new agent, which is productivity coaching. We also have growth coaching, advanced coaching, and then Keller Williams offers MAPS coaching, international training. So, you could be in training and in class every day of the week if you really wanted to.
And whether their goal is 100 transactions a year or they're more focused on lifestyle and fueling whatever it is that they're trying to do with their life, we have coaching that is tailored to whatever they need to grow their business.
I sit back and reflect on my time with Keller Williams Realty Centers. I can see how much I've already continued to grow, and the people around me and the people that I've met here and the journey and trajectory that they're on, that I'm building a life that I'd never imagined for myself.
Over the last 10 years of being in real estate, I can honestly say that these last 2 years have put me in a place where I can create my life for myself and my family that I didn't even know was possible.
So how does an agent make their business more profitable? Well, I think the first thing you need to do is you need to have a plan.
Understanding the fact that we have certain revenue goals, well, we can't have those goals and reach those goals if we don't understand what our expenses are, and creating that net income.
Have a plan, keep an eye on the numbers, and then just keep redirecting every time you think you're off course, or just keep checking in.
Because at the end of the day, I can show you many agents that do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of transactions every year, but their expenses equate the amount of money that they bring in. We want to change that conversation. We want to change the conversation to it's what you take home at the end of the day. That's what matters to us.
Everybody has bought and sold. I'm like, really? Everybody has bought and sold.
Something that's fun, that gets people to take a second look.
Post on Facebook 10 times a week.
We had another model moment.
You need to tell people how you're winning.
The technology is supporting our efforts, not leading our efforts.
Every agent is posting, inventory's up and all this and doom and gloom. I'm going, hey, there were 7,200 homes sold last month in the Phoenix market.
Right. Right.
There's this pressure to have omnipresence, be everything to everyone all the time. I'm a believer that is not possible.
I gotta hit pause. You're throwing a lot of value, which is your motto.
It's pretty sweet.
I don't know if it gets any better. We call this kind of the Disneyland for the real estate entrepreneur. And
wherever you're thinking today, just 10x it.
Hey, everybody, if you like that, there is so much more.
All right, my friends, welcome to our team meeting. We're going to invite Jen on stream here. Here we have it. And we got Scott Leroy in the green room. Colin, how is it going?
I'm fine. It seems like it's been a while since we've been here. So
yeah, like a whole month.
Yeah.
Excellent. We've got lots in store for you. As I mentioned, Scott Leroy's coming on, and in a few moments here, our good friend Brad from Box Brownie, who is all the way on the other, like literally on the other side of the world, and it'll be like 3 a.m. for him, but he's all keen. He's ready to go, and you're gonna love what Brad can do for our clients and our listings and everything else, our marketing and what have you. Here's what we need to do, my friends. We need to start off our team meeting with one of these, and just kind of, obviously, well, we're going to welcome everybody, but here's our mission. Our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies, my favorite, legacies worth leaving, Colin. That's important to us. And of course, our vision to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. Our value, God, family, then business. And this might be the most important one. Focus on that. And of course, our belief system. So take a snapshot of this. This is what guides us through our brokerage. It's what guides us through our relationships, our transactions, everything else. And of course, our community, right? So we got a few things here. Our mission moment. We're going to talk. We got a few things here that we're going to share with our mission moment, Colin. And one of the big things here, there's a special day today. So tell us what that is, Colin.
Yes, the special day today, it's Administrative Day. So we would like to take this opportunity to thank all of our support staff, everyone who is behind the scenes, making sure we all get paid on time, answering the phones. So really take this opportunity to thank each and every one of them, but more so to also thank the support staff of all the team members out there who have their own admin for their team. It might be just one agent with an admin, or it might be a team of 15 or 20 with an admin, because we do know that these are the backbone of any organization and any team. So today's mission moment, we're just taking a moment to really acknowledge and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Ditto. And write that in the comments, because I know our staff, our admin teams, they watch our team meeting just like all of our agent partners. Drop that into the comments, your gratitude, and certainly they are the backbone of our business, of our company, and important that we share our gratitude towards them, obviously. And Jen,
what I would even add before you go, Gary, is just that everyone who's listening right now, I just challenge you, if you could please send a thank you note to the front desk, or even a call at some point, just to let them know that how much you appreciate them. We know the phones are starting to ring again. It's starting to get busy. So we went from it being really quiet to it just getting busy again. And there are moments where, we can be overwhelmed, and just pouring into them gives them that extra energy that they need. So if you all can just send a text, send an email, or give them a call, we would really appreciate that.
Excellent. I'm seeing some comments come up here too, the comments side. That is absolutely fantastic. All right, Jen, I got to throw it over to you. This is something new, and we're bringing back all at the same time. Talk to us a little bit about the Culture Ambassador, and something that we're going to be acknowledging every month.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm getting echo. Sorry, hang on one second. Can you guys hear that okay? I don't know what's going on.
We hear you loud and clear.
All right. So the Cultural Ambassador recognition is something that we have done, as Gary mentioned previously, and we wanted to bring it back in a big way, because we see what our agents are doing, and we see that they're involved and committed and helping out, and we want to make sure we're acknowledging that at a high level. And a Cultural Ambassador is somebody that acknowledges the mission and the values and the vision of Keller Williams and the Y4C2Ts, and also has a high level of commitment to their business, to the level of service they provide to their clients, to the brokerage, whether it's helping out in supporting other agents or helping out at events that we're hosting, or, you know, showing up and being present in our training and all of that sort of stuff. And I'm describing a lot of people right now, but we did pick one particular person to highlight this month for going out of his way to step up and represent KW as our Easter Bunny. And Christian Nacarado is our culture ambassador for the month of April. So Christian, a big shout out to you. Thank you so much for stepping up. He was in that bunny suit for like 3 hours straight. Kids were kicking his shins. They were attacking him from the back, trying to grab eggs out of that basket. He went through it that day, and he still had a smile on his face. I'm sure maybe under the mask he wasn't smiling, but when he took it off, he was smiling. He was grateful. And most importantly, we were extremely grateful for him and for his willingness to step up and be a leader for us and to continue to be a leader in the brokerage.
Way to go. Way to go.
I'm sorry I missed that. I'm sorry I missed that.
It was pretty great, Stevie. It was pretty great.
I think at one point I saw Jack had him at around, there was like a shed, and Jack was just there guarding him. He's like, Colin, I just need a break. So it was because literally the kids were kicking his shins, and you know, he did a great job. So kudos to you, Christian. Thank you very much, and everyone who came out and supported that day. Thank you for an amazing event.
Absolutely. And as much as it was tough, the kids were amazed and loved every second of it. So thank you for making that happen for our agents as well, and making the event successful, because that was a huge part of the success of that event.
Yeah,
I'd love to know whose kids are beating up the Easter Bunny. Like,
right?
Kicking the Easter Bunny shins. Like, come on.
Yeah, they get crazy around chocolate, man. It was insane. But again, thank you, Christian, so much, and you know, we'll continue to acknowledge and recognize our agents as we progress through the year with this cultural recognition.
That's outstanding, and yeah, like Christian, just stepping up and being the Easter Bunny. It might sound like an easy yes, but as he learned, that comes with some crazy territory. Anyways, he should be used to it, playing soccer all those years, and next time wear your shin pads, Christian. There you have it. There you have it. Very good. I think this is such a big moment or component of the culture of KWRC as well. And as Jen mentioned prior to announcing Christian, it does what am I trying to say? There are a lot of people that have these qualities and things like that. And we are leaders in our business. We're leaders in our community. And this is just a way for us as KWRC to acknowledge that and keep doing the amazing work, because it definitely is fulfilling. And it also provides some really unique opportunities. Well done, Christian, and the entire team. And for everyone that is doing really cool things like this in the community. Great stuff. Great stuff. All right, my friends, we're going to say goodbye to the three of you. We're going to invite Scott Leroy on in just a second here. And Scott, I'm going to have you come on screen. You give me the thumbs up. He's smiling. So I'm going to say, yes, there you are. Scott, it's been a few years since you've been on with us. And I'm so happy that that Stephanie had this great idea for you to come on our team meeting. And this is something that you do for a lot of brokerages. And I'm going to hand it over to you. You tell me what you need and we'll get you there. But everybody, Scott Leroy of Scott Leroy Marketing. And if you don't know, he's going to tell us. But if you don't know, he supports our brokerage, our agent partners like you, everything KW Command and more. So that's what he's going to talk to us today about. Scott, it's all yours, my friends.
Yeah, thank you so much. And this just seeing this on the screen just lets me know that I need to get my headshot updated to the new one. That young gun on there looks fantastic. So, well, perfect. Well, thank you so much for having me on today. So much like you're saying, my name is Scott Leroy. I run what I call the lamest name company of all time, Scott Leroy Marketing. And we're really here to help with all of your KW technology to make your life that much simpler at the end of the day. So one of the biggest things that I always like to really highlight on here Let me pull this up real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if I can on here. I always like to highlight our website for y'all. And in this case, the main thing that I want to show on here is that under this scottleroymarketing.com site that hopefully y'all are able to see right now on here, the main place to really focus on is under this agent resources section. So at the end of the day on here, once you're under agent resources and you've signed in with your market center number of 848, this will give you access to everything possible on here. All right, so whether it is going through and doing our questionnaire, and one big thing that I love highlighting on our questionnaire section is that whether you've been an agent with Keller Williams for, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4+ years, whatever it might be, there's a lot of stuff that's probably changed ever since you officially joined that we can go through and adjust for you to make your life a lot easier. So you'll notice on here on the right-hand side under questionnaires, we have an existing agent questionnaire option. Now, this is really meant for any agent in the office to go through and say, if I was starting again today on April 26, what does that look like? How do I go through and get that adjusted on here? So our goal is to basically do a full audit of your account and think of it like a yearly check-in with the doctor for us to make sure that everything is up and running correctly for you. So we're going to look and see, do you have all the new tools up and running? Are you utilizing everything that Command has available for you? And more importantly, what can we do to spruce it up even further to make your life that much easier? Now, the best part is this questionnaire is just going to ask for 6 questions, 2 of which are your names. That'll make life a lot easier on there. So please feel free to fill this out so we can get in there and help to adjust everything possible. Now, on top of that, we also have live webinars that are happening every Monday through Friday, right at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So you can access them from this live webinar link, or you can go to slmwebinar.com. So S like Scott, L like Leroy, M like marketing, webinar.com to access these as well every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. These are live and interactive, so it's meant for you to do it along with us. So please feel free to hop in there and ask questions also. And of course, if you want to see what classes are occurring this month, we already have it set for the month of May, so you can see the upcoming classes occurring next month. And then, of course, if you want to jump in and maybe you want to do it on your own, we also have challenges that are accessible for you. And I'm excited to announce that we just launched our 30-day challenge yesterday as a smart plan. So if you search Scott Leroy or you search 30-day challenge, it should pop up for you as one of the newest options available as a smart plan to use. And these are 30 items that you can do in 30 days or less to really become more of an expert of all the different KW tools. All right. And then, of course, if you're looking for some helpful items, we do have our cheat sheets available for y'all as well, just to take advantage of all the different options that are accessible for you. So think of this as an FAQ walkthrough at the end of the day to make your life that much easier. Now, if you can't make it to the training class, that's no problem at all. All of our classes are recorded, so you can hop on here at any time to rewatch them. All right, so if you have to jump in and then maybe you have to leave, whatever it may be, no worries. All right, because on here, you'll be able to find all of our classes alphabetically organized, but then also chronologically organized, so you can see the most recent course immediately on here as well too. So if you're looking for a class, like say for instance, we're having one today on campaigns, then this might say something like campaigns 101-4/26. So that way, once you click on this, the first video that's going to come up is the most recent version of that class. All right, but then if you want to jump onto the class that you are a part of, you'll be able to find that on there as well too from that particular date. Now, if you aren't looking for a 1-hour class, which is understandable, we do have what we call our tech tips. These are 1 to 5 minute videos that are specific items to help you out. So if you're looking through this and saying like, man, I really just want to learn how to do an email campaign. I really just want to learn how to do a Facebook ad or how to add these pages to my site. So instead of a 1-hour class, this will be a 1 to 5 minute tip video that'll help you out to complete just that one specific item right away. All right, now on top of that, we also have what we call our agent support. This is my favorite thing to highlight on team meetings to let you know of everything that's accessible for you. So think of us as an extra tech person in the office. Think of us as an extra tech staff member to make your life that much easier. All right, but at the bottom of every page, we're going to have our contact information on here. So if you ever have any issues, questions, concerns with any of the KW technology, please feel free to reach out at any time, because that is what we're here for, to make your life that much easier. All right, so if you are saying like, hey, I'm having an issue with Command, I'm having an issue with DocuSign, I'm having an issue with my database, you can feel free to reach out to us, and any issues, questions, concerns, any troubleshooting type items, we can help out with right away. Now, on top of that, we also have free services for y'all, completely complimentary, completely free on here. So I always love to highlight these, because this is one of my favorite things in life, is to tell you that there are free items available on here. All right, but under our Command services, we have services just on like setting up your Command account. So if you need help just getting that platform up and running, we can help you out with that. If you need help starting a smart plan, maybe you want to use the monthly neighborhood nurture and you want to add in 500 plus contacts under a specific tag, we can do that right away too. All right, if you're looking at this and maybe you need help importing your database, we can help to get that adjusted and imported right away for you too. So if you have a CSV file, VCF, numbers, Excel, whatever it might be, even Google Sheets, please feel free to send that back over to us and we can help out with that immediately. All right, we also have services all around your Keller Cloud platforms, whether it's just getting your profile completed, maybe helping to create a new team for you. Or if you're joining a team, we can help to update that information. If you're leaving a team, we can help to remove all that information for you as well too, and make sure that you're just displaying as an individual agent. All right, we can even create QR codes on here, which I'll talk about in a second. We can even go through, and if you have a new bio, an email, headshot, phone number, social media info, we can update all this information at any time for you. All right, we even have services all around your KW.com email or your Google Workspace email on here, whether it's creating that email account, setting it up to forward to another email address, setting up an alias, so that way maybe if you have a name change or if you decide that you want to change your email, you can still have that prior one as well too. All right, and then of course, website services. Now, when the new websites officially launch, obviously this will be getting an upgrade on here. But more importantly, right now, if you want to go through and you need help adding in testimonials, like maybe you're saying, hey, I want to go ahead and add in my testimonials that are currently over on Realtor.com or over on Zillow or Facebook, Google, whatever it might be, we can help to add those in for you. If you need help forwarding a domain over to your site, maybe you've purchased a domain from GoDaddy, we can get that pointed over to display on your actual .kw.com site immediately. We can feature your listings. We can set up Google Analytics, a mortgage calculator. One of my personal favorites that I always like to highlight is the open house sign-in sheet. If you're doing an open house this weekend, I would definitely suggest taking advantage of this. This will allow us to create a digital online sign-in sheet. All right, all through a landing page on Command, where it's going to highlight your information, where the obviously clients or potential leads can sign in, and information around the property. Now, not only is it going to do that, whenever someone signs in with that sign-in sheet, it's going to add them into Command directly. It's going to then tag them as an open house lead, and we'll set it up where it'll automatically add them onto a post-open house follow-up smart plan. So now whenever someone comes to your open house, it's going to automatically start to drip on them and stay in touch with them without you even having to touch anything. You won't even have to lift a finger and it's going to work for you right away. So that's a great way to have the system work for you so you can work smarter, not harder. All right, so all these are accessible and all these little red rectangles are clickable buttons. So if you select any of those, it'll bring up a quick short form that you can fill out that allows to go through and basically get everything completed for you. All right, so once again, this is all complimentary, all free to use just from the graciousness of the office. So definitely take advantage of all of these. Utilize anything and everything. And then, of course, on here, we also have all of our templates. So one big thing I do like to highlight is we do have digital marketing templates that we're redoing through Canva right now. So if you're a Canva fan, maybe you're utilizing it as well. Or if you want to take that and upload that into designs directly, that'll be accessible very soon. So you're going to see some massive changes on here. So right now, you'll be able to access these just through Google Slides, but very soon it's going to be all through Canva that you can have access to it too. All right, so a quick overview just to make sure that kind of go back through everything I talked about really quickly on here. Remember, the ScottLeroyMarketing.com site is the main place to focus on. Everything is under agent resources. You want to sign in with 848 for your market center number. That questionnaire, I would highly suggest utilizing immediately. Please take advantage of this today. It's 6 questions. I'll show it to you right now. this existing agent questionnaire, scottleroymarketing.com/existing. It's a great way to say, if I was starting again today on April 26th, what all am I missing? What all can I take advantage of? How can I utilize the system even further? And once again, we're not going to adjust anything that you've already pre-set up. We're just going to look for any holes, any gaps that we can update. And then more importantly, anything that may have launched between the time that you joined to today. All right. Then, of course, outside of that, we have all of our live training classes. Remember, every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, approximately 1 hour long. We have all of our training opportunities, whether it's our training calendar where you can see the courses, our challenges. There is a new smart plan that's out there, so feel free to take advantage of it. You'll have the first office I've been able to tell about, so I'm excited to highlight that. All of our cheat sheets, so if you want to download anything to write out on or have that right there so you can see it step by step. It's an FAQ walkthrough of all the different applets. All of our recorded courses, so if you have to leave one of our classes earlier, you want to come back and rewatch it, these are all available. Remember, alphabetically organized, but chronologically organized, so you can access the most recent class immediately. And then, of course, on here, we also have our agent support. So once again, take advantage of this agent support. Think of us as an extra staff member of the office to make your life that much easier, and really think of us as an extra tech person. All right, I definitely can't highlight that enough. That's one of my favorite things to display on there, but we are here to make your life that much easier. We're here to help you out with everything possible. There's 50 plus of us over here actually helping you out. So if you ever reach out to us, please feel free to take advantage of that and let us know how we can help you out with anything and everything KW Technology, and utilize that website. I definitely want to make sure that everything possible is being used for you, that you're using everything that we have available. And once again, that it's all for free. That's the biggest thing that I can highlight on there. So thank you so much for having me on the team meeting today. I'm thoroughly ecstatic to go over all of this. And once again, I'm excited to help y'all out even further.
Well, Scott, I truly appreciate it. And I know our staff members really appreciate it, because that all of these questions used to come to us and we don't have the answers like your team does. And it's exceptional. I know I often go to your YouTube channel as an example to figure out how to do some of the things from the website perspective. But this is a great reminder that you do much more than just, set up profiles. You, like you said, building the open house sign-in sheets and getting a drip campaign. If that's something that you've been struggling with, Scott and the team, that's who you need to reach out to right away.
Yeah, please do. That's what we're here for. And I definitely want to help to take this off your plate. You should be out there helping people buy and sell homes and not have to worry about any of this tech stuff. That's what we're here for.
There you have it, my friend. So if you ever felt a little overwhelmed with Command and everything that it does, because it does do a lot, know that we've got a great team in place to support you there. Scott, I appreciate you and your team, and all the best to you. Thanks again for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me today.
Excellent. All right, my friends. Well, we'll invite Colin on, and let me share my screen here again. There we have it. And Colin, I'm going to hand it over to you, and I'm going to bring Stevie on for a KWRC announcement.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Gary. Scott Leroy was amazing. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to make a quick announcement right now that just to say that Stevie will be stepping back into the role where she's supporting the Volpe Alcorn team. So Stevie has been with us as a team leader coming up to almost 2 years. So thank you, Stevie, for everything that you've done over that period of time. Certainly, we couldn't have done it without you. You will be missed. Thank you for your leadership along that time. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The entire leadership team thanks you. And I know you stepping back into the Volpe Alcorn team to support them, especially in a challenging market. I'm sure they're welcoming this as we see it as our loss, but their gain. So thank you very much again. Truly appreciate you.
I hope they're happy. I hope they.
I know they are. It
depends on who you ask, maybe, but thank you for your kind words, Colin. Definitely wasn't an easy decision. It's very bittersweet for me because I'm so excited to get my feedback on the ground in the industry. And I love working with Michael and Riley and the team, of course. So I'm very excited about that. But I have so enjoyed being your guys' team leader, and I have learned so much. And one thing I want to make very clear is that a change in title does not change my relationship with anybody. So I am still like here. I am, my goal is to still support leadership as much as I possibly can. The brokerage, everything that I can do, I intend to, I'm joining the ALC actually. So I will be a part of the ALC and helping the brokerage do all the things that it does. And, you know, if any of our agents still need anything from me, if you guys even just need like a kick in the butt, I don't need to have the TL title to do that for you. So please, like, still feel free to like reach out to me if you need help with anything. And I also want to thank the leadership team, Colin, Gary, Jen, Jonathan, Steph, Heather, Marianne, Gail, like literally, if I forgot anyone, I'm so sorry, Jacqueline, like everybody of the staff and the leadership, like it's just been such a great experience and I've learned so much from you guys. So I want to thank you as well.
Well said, Stevie, you will be missed. And like Stevie rightfully said, she will be supporting us. So all of the events that we have planned for the year, Red Day and all these added events, Stevie will still be supporting there. Truly appreciate the time that we spent and we've worked together. Truly appreciate everything that you've done to help us grow. But we will be supporting you in your new role, and I know you'll be supporting us as well. So thank you again, Stevie.
Thank you, Colin. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well said, Stevie. And it's just been so awesome. I'm gonna hijack our own team meeting here to see you, from 5-6 years ago to become the leader that you are. And I know your team is going to benefit from that. And most importantly, your clients are going to benefit from that. And we get the ripple effect. So like you said, you're still part of our ALC and that's amazing. Stevie, we wish you all the best. And I love that you're just changing office locations. Like you're literally walking around the corner from us. So I'll get, my friend, I wish you all the best.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks.
Excellent. Well, we're going to invite Jen on screen. We'll say bye to Colin for a little bit. And we got a few things that are happening. Jen, first of all, let me just share my screen here. What am I doing here? That's what I'm doing. KWRC announcement. Awesome. We did that. And of course, we can't have events like this, online events, still take resources, time and resources. And Nelson Homes is our premier sponsor. You'll see just starting today, I believe, new banners in all of our offices advertising Nelson Homes and that builder partnership that we have. So if you have a client that has vacant land or looking to build, reach out to Nelson Homes, Jen. There you have it. Okay. We also want to invite our good friend and ALC member Caesar to come on screen with us. And we're going to talk about Red Day. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Jen and Caesar.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Gary. Yes, Red Day is coming up on May 11th. And I know you guys have seen all of the posts and all of the content that we've been pushing out and the fundraising that we've been doing. And we are truly on our way to an exceptional day. We're very excited. We're halfway to our goal at the moment in regard to funds that have been raised. And we are finalizing the details of our build. We have been assigned to a family that live in Holland Landing, and they have a 5-year-old boy who has been diagnosed with a severe form of epilepsy that also causes other developmental issues and challenges that they'll be dealing with for the rest of his life. So we are privileged and honored to be able to go to their home and build that playground for him and have him be able to play safely and in his space at home. We are also getting the car washes organized, as you guys know, and our ticket books are on sale at the offices now. That money will all be going back towards the $1 Million Smiles and the Life Center donations. And I will let Caesar tell a little bit about what himself and Austin have been doing to help generate some of the connections with our agents, make sure you guys are aware of what's been going on, and give his perspective on Red Day and what's to come.
Thank you, Jen, for inviting me here. I'm just so excited to see everything is coming together. We're only 2 weeks a part of the big event, and we're getting more and more details, and the more details we have is just more rewarding to see already where is going to be the location, who are we going to help, because as you know, I've been trying to reach out to some of the agents as well with Austin, just to get everyone excited and help us to contribute and donate in this huge cause. like especially this year, I think just adding that playground is just going to make it such a big difference for everyone, more rewarding. So unfortunately, we reach out the limit of people that they are helping us in the build side, which is around 25 people. But we're happy to say that after you guys contribute in the car wash, you're more welcome to come around 3:30 to just do the reveal of the build, the playground. So that's great. I'm happy to share as well the great news that we reached half of the goal already. So we actually raised the bar a little bit, because we started with the goal of 5,000, which is what it costs the playground. But now we reached the bar to 6,000 because we believe we can keep working during these 2 weeks and reach that goal with the sponsorship, with the help of each of you, which I know is just really hard these days kind of to commit, because the hot market is coming and everyone's just so focused. But at the same time, it's just so rewarding and trying to, like just looking forward to get together.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for adding that part in. When the car washes end at 2:30, we are inviting everybody from the car washes to come to the build site, to be there as a group when the playground is revealed to Yaroslav, which is the young boy's name, and his family, and to be there for that moment that he gets to experience the surprise, and we get to celebrate him and what he has been going through in his strength and the family strength as well. So it's a really special moment. If you can make it, we would request that you do. And following that, we'll also be heading back to Paul, the Old Flame on Main Street in Newmarket. Paul has generously given us access to the upper level for a social event. So we will have food, there'll be drinks, we'll be able to hang out, spend some time together, and just connect as realtors and share the experiences we had throughout the day at the car washes and at the build site. So the thing that we ask from everybody for the next 2 weeks is, please, if you haven't yet and you are able to, please make a donation to help us kind of hit our goal. $20 goes a long way when we have a volume of people, and we do have a lot of agents, so we can make a big difference. If you know local businesses that would like to sponsor, we have sponsorship packages. You can reach out to Dylan Silbernagel, Melissa Taylor, Caesar, Austin Clark, Haley MacArthur, our Stevie, our ALC, and just ask them for more information or get some insight for them. They're doing an amazing job carrying this and helping us have just the most successful day. So we're excited. The energy's high on our end. We hope you guys are feeling it as well. And we just want to make sure we have an amazing day and we have a big impact on our community.
If you haven't seen Melissa's video on our Facebook private, you gotta go and see that until the end, because it reminds me kind of the bucket challenge or something like that. It's very fun.
Yeah. It has a good ending. Yeah, she teed that up nicely. Yeah, and thank you guys already for what you have done, and for what we continue to do. Gail just asked, thank you for that, Gail. We can make, yes, if you want to make a donation, we can charge directly through your office billing. We have a Google Drive spreadsheet. The links are all over Facebook in our private chat, and we can put that money onto the list, and Steph will charge it on your next month's AR account. So absolutely no problem. Yeah. So Gary, there you are.
Yeah. Good stuff. So here's what we're going to do. We have a little bit of time, just perfect. And we're going to play that $1 Million Smile video so we can all be reminded of the incredible cause that this is going to. And let's watch that video together.
We started off with just putting smiles on, people's faces, from old age homes to children. Then we went into doing playgrounds and bear drives for kids with life-threatening illnesses.
Right now we're actually putting together a playground. Just before this comes together, we have volunteers that separate all the nuts and bolts.
We have the charity itself explain the process, what we need to do. We then divide up into groups. We do on smaller sections, and then as the day goes on, we'll take the smaller sections and make them larger.
Calvin has a rare immune deficiency. It's really a high concern with respect to germs on the public playgrounds. So keeping it at home and private is just overall the best thing for them.
Being part of the $1 Million Smiles organization and building playgrounds for these sick children in particular, for me is an honor as a sponsor. Seeing the look on the child's face, that really did it for me. And I made a pledge to do this every year now because of that experience.
They sponsor these builds and they're used to just writing a check, putting it in the mail and sending it off. At this point they get to bring people together and it's a team building exercise. They get to meet the family, they get to meet the people that they're actually donating their money to, and they get to take that piece home with them. And it also makes them want to do it time after time again.
You can raise the money, but it's huge when you're actually one of the ones that's fulfilling it.
To be able to leave here after you see the child's face, the parents' faces, it's so rewarding. It feels great. And then, it feels good for the soul. It feels good for everything.
The kids feel so special. Like they're going to walk into all these people. Putting smiles on kids' faces is what they do. They put smiles on our faces too. Because all we want is to see our kids happy, especially in situations like ours when families have gone through so much.
Families like ourselves, we've been through such a journey, and financially it's been a hard time. Having $1 Million Smiles coming in and being able to provide this for our family is a huge blessing because it's something that we can't do ourselves for our child.
These are just volunteers that come together as an organization, and for me to lead them to see a giant smile on a child's face and parents as happy as can be because they have what they're looking for in their own home right now.
They are bringing smiles on the face of kids, which is really important. You want to give them a better future. You should have to help them like that.
We need your help. Without the sponsorship, your sponsorship, we won't be able to do this.
All I ask is everybody keep donating. It puts the playground, the t-shirts, the food, the pizza, everything together as one. And the way that you get to build your team together and take it from there is something you're going to take home and remember forever.
It doesn't matter how many builds we do, there's always a beautiful reaction at the end. The smiles that you see as they're like, the shocked look even when they come in and they see what's in their backyard.
They just kind of all come together and do this because they love it. And it shows, it really shows.
If there's anyone out there that's willing to help and donate, please don't hesitate to get in there and help us because we have a playground now. There's other children that are still waiting for sponsorship and still needing a playground in their backyard.
My friends, what a great way we can serve our community. Absolutely outstanding. Okay, here's what we want to do. Jen, I'm gonna just take a moment here, and with the transition of Stevie moving to her team and with Jen now taking on more responsibility, I'm so excited for the leadership that you provide our brokerage, Jen. And I actually can't wait to see what the next several months and years look like because I know you've worked incredibly hard on the coaching program, and to see that flourish, my friends, I can only just imagine how our brokers is going to flourish. The same way Jen and her team has poured into you, our agents, through our coaching program. She now gets to do that. Not that she wasn't. She now gets to do that from our brokerage level. And Jen, I am so excited. Obviously, you know that we've got you, and we're going to support you in every which way we can. And I ask our agent partners as a brokers, we do the same. And I can't think of a better way than to do that with what we started here last week, Jen, or last month, I should say, with our referral program. So I'm going to throw it to you. Talk to us a little bit about our referral program.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much for that, Gary. I'm very excited to step into the opportunity that I have and grow into it and challenge myself in different ways. And, I think it's obvious that I love our brokerage and I love the agents at our brokerage. And it's a passion of mine to give back to agents, whether they're here or they're elsewhere. And we get them to come over here. But ultimately, I just want to do the best job possible. And I'm excited to be given the opportunity to do that. So it'll be fun going forward. But yes, our referral contest, just to remind everybody, we launched this at the beginning of March. You guys remember that uber cheesy video Stevie and I made on a beach with some steel drums in the background. And we had challenged everybody for a referral contest, the award being announced a year from then, so March next year, 2024, and it being a $10,000 travel voucher to anywhere that you would like to go. So we are very excited that people have gotten their rhythm in place and they have been sending us referrals. We have the top 3. We actually have about 17, 18 people that have sent referrals. We have received 30 referrals. It's in the last month and a half, basically, since we've launched it. Adam Ratcliffe is holding the number 1 position right now at 14 points, which is impressive. Congratulations, Adam. Michelle Terzis in second and Lori Rumley in third. And what's interesting about these numbers is that they've all gained them in different ways. Like Adam referred a small indie brokerage that had quite a few agents in it and was able to, pick up a couple of points in one referral. So that kind of jumped him up to that head spot. Michelle referred one person, but they have joined the brokerage. And so she got those extra additional points tagged onto that referral because they're choosing to go ahead and work with us. And Lori's provided 3 names that we're working to get over to the brokerage as we speak. So this board is going to fluctuate as the months go on and as we work through the year. And I'm excited to see how high we can get on the points board. And how competitive people are going to get. We're going to throw this leaderboard up every month with the updated numbers as we are tracking all of it. And as long as you guys get that 30 into 100, you are good to go. That prize will be somebody's and they will be on a beach somewhere. So let's keep working at it and see how it goes over the year. I think that Adam will, unless he keeps referring, I think that number is going to get surpassed at some point, but we'll see how long he can hold it for.
I like it. Well, here's the challenge to Adam and to everybody else. I don't want to see that 14 anymore. How's that sound? Yeah. This is a fun way to do it. And we're going to have some little, I don't want to, gimmick is not the word, but it's the only word I can think of right now. Little things along the way to encourage, but most importantly, remind everybody. And when you love where you are and you love where you work, you want to share that information. Just like when you go have a great meal at a great restaurant, you tell people about it. That's the same thing here, my friends, and just sharing the good news of what KWRC can offer our agent partners. And it's a really, right, Jen, it's an easy conversation. And the easiest one is when you complete or you're doing a transaction and you just say, hey, I loved working on this transaction with you. I'd love to have my team leader call you and just commend you as well.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a nice, easy script. And honestly, if there's someone that you work with that you don't want us to call, just let us know. That's okay too. We won't call them. But for the most part, we'll be reaching out to those agents anyway on your behalf and thanking them. So you can always just have that conversation in advance, and it makes it an easier conversation for me. And then we can help grow that downline for you without you really having to put much effort into that at all, which is truly what makes it passive, right? So we'll continue to work together to help support you on that journey as we move through the year. But yeah, when you have someone you just loved and feel that they fit with the brokerage and fit with our culture, just let them know that we want to chat with them and see how we can help them. And that's really all there is to it. And we'll take it from there.
Excellent. Okay, excellent, Jen. I appreciate everything that you're doing, and we'll say goodbye to you for a few moments, and we'll invite our good friend, our favorite broker record, Jonathan Chan, excuse me, Jonathan Reed, to come on screen with us. And he's got a message here, so he's going to hold up a little sign here. It's a little blurry, but that's okay, my friends. What is it that you need us to know, Jonathan?
Good afternoon. I'm not sure if you can read this. It says RICO audit.
Not a problem.
So as all of you know, we had our RICO audit, and or most of you know, we had our RICO audit, and we finished our RICO audit in 2.5 hours without any scathing or without hardly any issues. Some minor, because they do always have to find something. So some minor issues, which I will bring up in a second. But before I start, I wanted to really appreciate everybody at KWRC for your donations, your participation on Red Day. I just wanted to toss that out there. It's my first Red Day, so I think it's really, really valuable that we give back to the community. Whether it's a donation, whether you're doing the build, or whether you're doing the car wash. I really appreciate that, because I really, really think that giving back in this business is something that we all need to do. And as part of KWRC, as part of being a realtor, I really think that, and appreciate all of you for doing this. And also, I want to say thank you to Stevie for all that she's done and all that she will do as part of KWIC as well. And just to say all the best wishes at the Volpe Alcorn team. But we'll miss you in that front, but you'll always be with us. And thank you for that. So just to wrap up our audit, I want to thank you. I want to say, now that the audit is done, I want to go on vacation. I still have a few things to do, like the Red Day and things like that. However, just to wrap up, what a coincidence that it's International Admin Day, because all of your admins and all of our admins have been have taken a vital role in making the audit a success. Without them and without our staff, I think it would have been very difficult for the audit to go smoothly. And I want to thank you. I want to wish you all the best on the admin day today as well. Having said that, I don't want to just, sort of put this under the rug and say it's really done with, but there are a couple minor things that I want to bring up. One of them is part of your advertising, which mainly is really your business cards. Your business cards really need to have your contact information. It needs to state who you are so you can use the words like realtor, sales representative, or broker for that matter. But it needs to state who you are as a practitioner in real estate. Secondly, you need to state where you belong to. So Keller Williams Realty Center, the address in which you need that you're working at, and also the phone number to the brokerage. We have our main number. You can put that, or you can put the Keswick, or you can put the Aurora office, depending on which office you belong to. But we do require you to put the office number along with your cellular or your main contact information as well. So those are some of the things that the auditor has brought up, which are minor in nature, but they can be associated with some fines if they're not adhered to or compliant with. So please make sure that as you renew your or you make more of your marketing material, including your business cards, that those all are in place within your marketing material as well as your business cards. Secondly, what I've noticed really over the last probably 10 months that I've been here, almost 11 months. Wow, it's almost been a year since I've been here. And I've been loving it. I've been loving interacting. And so many of you recently, more so just because it's been the spring market, have reached out and really appreciated the interaction that we have, that you and I have. And I thank you for reaching out for all of those interactions, whether it be real estate related or whether we have, like last week we did coffee together. And I thank you for that interaction with the broker of record as well as the office of the broker of record. So the second point is, for the last 11 months, what I wanted to bring up is some of our trade documents have been sliding a little bit. And what I mean by that is they're missing initials, or they're missing signatures, or the sequence of signatures. So for example, on a mutual release is an agreement between two parties. So you need to have both parties signed, and then the cooperating broker of record signed, and then lastly, the brokerage, usually us, but whoever's holding the funds, the deposit, in order to release it, the broker of record of the listing brokerage needs to sign last, after all three parties have signed. So please keep that in mind. Our amendments are a little bit shady in the sense that we're missing initials, we're missing confirmations, sometimes we're missing the dates or the times of the confirmation of execution. Overall, I really appreciate and like what I see, but just some of those things that we can tweak. make sure that as realtors, we are responsible for all timelines, all dates, initials, and signatures. So please keep those in mind. Having said that, I want to thank all of you, your staff, our staff at the brokerage level, your individual staff members, for doing such a fantastic job doing your business and helping us to help you in support of your business. Thank you so much. And I think I'm going to go on vacation now that the RICO audit is done. Gary, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Excellent, Jonathan. That's fantastic. And a great reminder too. And my friends, you know, when we have paperwork when we receive paperwork and it might be missing some of the things Jonathan mentioned, that's our opportunity to either educate or make sure that it gets done correctly, because we are such an integral part of that paperwork and the transaction and the relationship with our clients. Just the very things that Jonathan mentioned, even if the other party missed something, it's up to us to acknowledge that, right? And Jonathan, of course, and the team will finalize it all. But the fact that we are taking that high road and that professionalism will go such a long way with your business. Jonathan, again, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gary.
All right, my friends. Well, we're going to invite Colin on, and we got a few things that we're going to celebrate. First of all, here's a great conference, Buzz Conference, as Colin and I have been attending and been a part of recently. They're holding an international real estate investment conference tomorrow, live, of course, and you can see all the information here. So if you've got clients, and I know some of us do, that are interested in investing outside of Canada, have a look at some of these locations, and they're going to have top agents from these locations. Some of the names you will recognize come on to the webinar tomorrow to talk about just the very things in it. What's it like to invest outside of Canada? What do you need? The type of mortgaging and the financing and the funds and where. So jump on that. Take a picture of this. Send it to your clients. That anyone can register. It's free. Use it. Leverage it. This is and if you've been looking for an idea on how to and why to reach your clients, here's one. Just send this to your clients.
That's a simple touch. And here is, like you said, Gary, here's an opportunity to learn about investing abroad. We know some of our own agents in our brokerage have done so. Even Stephanie Suave, she's done so as well. So this is something you learn. Everybody's talking about Dubai. Now you have someone there who's going to be talking, where to invest in Dubai. Obviously, you'll do your own research, but it's a great conference that, we have access to, and we just want to make sure we're sharing that with the entire brokerage.
Excellent. And so this is something that, of course, we were doing monthly, and we thought, hey, let's do this now quarterly for 2023. And we're going to celebrate some of our top performers as our realtors. And first and foremost, we got to start with this, Colin. This is pretty cool. This is right across Canada, top GCI producers year to date to March. And you can see in sixth place is the Blaha Booten team. Congratulations to you guys. That is amazing. And of course, our Stuart Madden, number 15, right across. This is right across Canada, my friends. So excellent achievements done on the screen here. That is outstanding work. Outstanding. Okay, congratulations on capping, Colin, to the following here: Cindy, Kelsey, Andrew, Adam, and Natalie. Of course, this is my favorite day. I don't know about you, maybe not for you, Colin, but this is my favorite day. That's when they stop paying the brokers. How's that sound?
Absolutely. And our goal is to make sure each and every one of our agent caps. We want every one of our agent to cap.
Yeah. Now, what a great culture that would be, or that is going to be. And then, of course, that's something that we're striving for. Use the tools that KW has, like Scott Leroy and everything else, and we'll achieve that every agent capping. I like that. No agent left behind. Yes. There we have it. I like when we just make things up on the go. I love it. But we believe it, though. We truly do believe it. Okay, top individuals for GCI. first quarter, so January to the end of March. That's quarter one there. And I love this. There's some names on here that I just love. Darren, Jonathan, Haley, Stuart, Zach, John, Susan, Adam Ratcliffe, Tracy Kirsan, and number one, of course, Stuart Madden. Congratulations to you, my friends. Take a picture of this. Do whatever you need to do. Send this to your clients, or more importantly, thank your clients for these great achievements. That's top individuals. Let's shift to our top groups. So this is groups, whether you're a partnership or a big team. And this is what we've got here. John Brock Real Estate Partners, the Bolton Clements Real Estate Group, the Pair-Off team, Volpe Alcorn team, Blaha Booten team. Look at that. And of course, the Terry Hastings team. Congratulations to everybody here. This is great achievements. And of course, in going with this, our agents, you'd like to know our local brokerage stats, and that'll be produced for you later today. We'll make sure everyone gets the slides for that, but that's important. This is something that our next slide here that both Stevie and Jen have been working on, the Growth Symposium panel. So that's coming up really soon. Next Tuesday, you can see
I think
here.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got some top agents in our community, of which I'll know, you'll know on many of these names. Of course, Christina Wilton and Taylor Durson. Of course, our very own Wasim Ujera and Nate Brewer. Nate Brewer, if you don't know that name, he's from KW, typically works the Oshawa-Durham region.
Yes.
And this is a gentleman that has built an incredibly huge business as an individual agent, earning over $1 million a year in GCI. So if you want to learn how to do that, which it should be everybody, you don't necessarily need to implement everything that you learn from this panel. It's just one thing, right? And I'm going to be hosting that panel next Tuesday. Come in person, because I know the in-person, when we turn the cameras off, and I'm sorry this happens, but when we turn the cameras off after the actual panel is done, where we get to network, we get to have some Q&A, that's where some of those golden nuggets are found. So make sure you book your calendars off for that. We'll see everybody in Newmarket for the Growth Symposium panel.
What I would even say there, because you and I have gone to many seminars, many summits, many training events, and the best learning are always taking place before or after event, or even in the hallways where you're networking with people. After a live event is where you can ask certain questions and certain connections will be made. So yes, we're at a time now where we can do a class while we're sitting on the beach in Jamaica. However, if you're around, please come by. It's an opportunity to network with some of the top agents in the industry.
Well said. Well said. It's back. Here we go. Red Chair interviews. You might have saw a post the other day. I had the opportunity to record many interviews on Friday, and we're going to share one right now with our very own Melissa Bachman. This is outstanding. Tune into this video.
Always have a mindset of the door's always open. I'm Melissa Bachman, and I've been back and forth with KW for 6 years. Oh gosh, so many things attracted me to KW from day one. Definitely the camaraderie between the agents, the admin staff, the front desk staff. Amazing people here at KW. The training is bar none. I've experienced other things elsewhere, but the training keeps me coming back. There's so many opportunities for the agents here between the Ignite program and the coaching program. It's really just a brokerage where you can grow in whatever facet, whatever direction you want to grow in. I feel like that's a loaded question.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I can narrow it down to just one, but honestly, I'm going to say the people. I work north of the Newmarket area, and not once have I ever felt left out or just kind of forgotten about. I'm always included, and I think that's incredible out of a brokerage that has 200 plus agents. By far, I think the best opportunity is definitely the coaching. I've done the coaching here before. I'm looking at doing coaching again in 2024 to grow my business. I think that's one of the biggest opportunities, and profit sharing is definitely a really cool opportunity that people should ask more about. I feel like I'm more positive. It's more like almost like go with the flow, because it's just everything's going to be fine. Your business is going to grow the way that you want it to grow, and just that always have a mindset of the door is always open. I think, like I was saying before, positive, happy, motivated. They just want, how can they move you in the direction that you want to go? If you are looking for a brokerage that is going to support you, support your business goals, support your personal goals, Keller Williams is where you need to be.
I don't think we could have said it better.
That's a powerful one. And welcome back, Melissa Bachman. Welcome back to Keller Williams Realty Centers. It's so good to have you back. Truly appreciate you.
Yes, I had a lot of fun that day, learning a lot about our partners, and I'm excited to see. I think we have about 8 or 9 filmed that day, so it's fantastic. Yeah, good stuff. Colin, tell us about this open house and mixer tomorrow.
So yes, we have new vendors in the Aurora office there, where it's a mortgage broker and a lawyer combined. They're using that office space. So they have a mixer tomorrow. It's more like an open house where they want to introduce themselves to the office. So it's light appetizers, drinks and so on will be served. So please come by, introduce yourself, because these are some really, really cool partners that we think will help benefit the agent. A lot of the lending on that side is more commercial and so on. So a lot of that lending. And obviously it's good to have a lawyer, that we can just walk across and knock on the door and say, hey, what are your thoughts on this? So they're going to be there tomorrow. I think it's from 1 to 4. So please join us there as we go, get to mix and mingle and learn from them.
Excellent. Jen, you're on camera now. And I always like surprising you. I was like, Gary, what are you doing?
You need to stop doing that, Gary.
I know.
And talk to us about KPAs. I know I've used them tremendously. I know you guys have, but talk to us, Colin, about KPA.
It's funny because KPAs, it's the Keller personality assessment, and this has been around for quite some time now. I think for every single hire that I've done for the last 5+ years, I've used the KPA. At one point, I was using the KPA almost every week. And as our agent partners look at building out their business, I will certainly encourage them to use the KPA. This is something that we have at the office, but recently we've discussed as a leadership team, like we should be getting this out to each and every one of our agents who are looking to build a team. As you're looking to build a team and grow, you should definitely be KPAing someone so you understand their strengths and areas of opportunity. So that's all I'll say on the KPA. It's a tool that I've used many times and I'll continue to use.
Yes. Use it. I likewise have used it a lot, knowing that it's going to help me. It's going to help me partner with the right people, and it's also going to open up opportunities for people as well. And it's a really interesting process. If you haven't done it, there's 2 versions of it. There's the full length version, we'll call it, where if I'm hiring an admin or another agent to be on my team or whatever it is, I'm going to use kind of the long version. That's an in-depth version. And great. Now my dog's barking because I think the pool company's here. However, we move on. There's also a short version. It's about a 10-minute version where you go on and answer some questions. This is great insight for self-awareness, isn't it, Jen?
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it not only gives us awareness, it gives the recruit or the person you're interviewing awareness, and it's actually a bit of a bonding experience to go through it because you're having them validate it and acknowledge that what you're reading is true. And by the time you're done, you understand them; they have a better understanding of you. I also would actually suggest, especially now that they're free, if you haven't done one for yourself, that you might want to take advantage of that and understand how you like to work and your work environments and how you like to lead and how you like to be led and all of those things, because it does tell you all of that. In coaching with a lot of the teams that I've worked with, we've used this tool to hire anybody from an admin to, a showing assistant ISA. I just see Jonathan saying, yeah, you gotta
I've been keeping it back and forth, of course.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the beauty of that, Jonathan. So is Colin, so have I, so is Jen. We've all gone through the process the same way Jonathan went through it. Outstanding.
Absolutely. And it's a tool that as a team leader, you should know how to use if you want to grow your team. And if you don't know how to do it or you want to learn, I'm happy to sit down with you and spend time showing you how to validate it, how to execute it, and make sure that you understand how to use it effectively. I know Terry commented they've used them to recruit, and we use them to recruit all the time. And it just it's a great Northern Star for whether that person may or may not be a fit for you. It's the best way I can describe it.
And
you hit the nail on the head.
Go ahead, Gary.
Okay, I'm going to go. You definitely need a little bit you do need guidance if you're the person that is going to be interviewing somebody. So reach out to any one of us. And as Jen mentioned, reach out to her because you do need some of that guidance in order to validate it and how to go through it with a potential opportunity there. So there you have it. Yeah, Colin.
Great leverage, Gary. I saw you include yourself, and then you pushed it back right up.
Pulled themselves right back out. Yeah.
I saw you, Gary.
How you doing, my friends? If you've been wondering, there you go.
The great thing about the KPA as well is after they're filled out the KPA, let's say they're interviewing for a buyer's rep, and you think this person might be a great buyer's rep or a listing specialist. After that KPA is done, ask for the job matches as well, because it spits out every job match in Keller Williams. And it will let you know if this person is a great match for, to grow the team. A listing specialist, there are many, many ways. So you can really check that out. And it's just a great opportunity as we hire and we continue to build our teams. This tool will be invaluable to your growth.
Excellent. Okay, let's move on. This is something that Jen and I started a couple of years ago on KWRC TV. You remember those days, Jen? We sure do. Okay, market mashup. So what the heck is a mashup? Well, this is where Colin, Jen, and I, we're actually, we're going to talk about what's going on in the market. And I know there perhaps is a lot of confusion, or there's a lot of things happening, and it's happening really, really fast. So we're a couple of topics here that we're going to talk about. And these, when you often have a phone call and you're like, man, I wish I recorded that.
Yep.
Well, that's the intent of this next conversation. So Colin, Jen, we know that there's not as many listings as there needs to be, that means the pendulum is swinging back to a true seller's market. What are we seeing with multiple offers right now? Jen, I'm going to ask you because you actually lived this from a personal level. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, Dylan and I just went through this, 2 weeks ago now. We sold our house. We bought a new place kind of beginning of March. So our timing worked out exceptionally well, which was fantastic. But we got our house on the market. We had, I think it was 28 showings booked in the first 24 hours in Aurora. And we ended up having a bully offer the first night, bully offer the second day, which we actually chose to look at, and we ended up with 3 offers on day 2 and accepted a firm offer at that point. So it was very fast once we got to market. It almost felt like we worked really, really hard to get the house ready and we're exhausted, and then it was like, oh, that's it, it's sold. Like, what's up with that, right? But there was so much demand. We did get the sweet spot of, we were kind of one of the only options in Aurora. The week we hit the market, we did time that well, which was, you know, both lucky and somewhat purposeful. And yeah, it was crazy. The agents calling and the reach out we were getting, the exposure we were getting. And we've seen that happen continuously since then with not only our own listings on the team, but external listings, and even with our agents from the coaching program as well. We're seeing that they're getting a lot of multiples. You know, as you said, Gary, like we just don't have the inventory. So, you know, the buyer demand is there. And I think a big part of it comes from the fact that, you know, rates announced they're being held again. Prices are starting to go up. Inventory is staying low. And I think those buyers are going like, if we're going to go, we got to go now. And then there's limited options. So it really is a beneficial if you're a seller. And, you know, if I had sellers in my pipeline, I'd be calling them right now and telling them that 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, exactly. And from selling your own and buying your own, I often tell people as a realtor, it's good to go through that every few years so you feel the pain and the anguish and it is remember, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know, we sold our townhouse not that long ago. We only bought this house 2 years ago, so we've done this in back-to-back markets and done it close together. And even then it was a different experience. You know, we like our lives had changed from one to the other. So it's good to go through it and remind yourself, you know, what you're asking the client to do. And when we get frustrated because they're not on our timeline, or we needed to get out a week ago, or whatever that looks like, it's great to kind of go, yeah, I get it. I understand that, you know, you couldn't get there that week. And how do we help you get there faster? What service can we provide? Because this is clearly a pain point or a challenge. Let us solve it, instead of taking the approach of you're screwing up my schedule, right? Which I know sometimes we feel, but how do we leverage that into a wow moment for our client? And it's a good reminder for us to go through it ourselves and go, yeah, you know what? It's not a fun experience when you're trying to work and you've got kids and you're trying to get a house ready and decluttered and staged. Like it's crazy. It's a lot to put on someone's plate. So we've been tired for like 2 weeks since then. I know Jonathan said he needed a vacation, but I'm pretty sure we need one. So yeah, we're excited for moving forward. And this market's great. Get on the phone, talk to your clients, get that motivation coming, because the market is truly back much more than it was just even a few weeks ago.
What we're also seeing,
sorry, Colin, I'm gonna set you up with something. Here's the reality of it. As you know, most of us are local here to York region, and of course into Simcoe and Barrie. We're feeling that market move from the seller's perspective. And I'm seeing a message here, a note here from Terry Hastings' team out in Wyerton in that Grey Bruce Peninsula. They have inventory, they have listings. So obviously, if there's an opportunity, send some buyers that way if they're looking for a change or a lifestyle change or a cottage or something like that. So not all markets are the same, are they, Colin?
That's exactly it. And that's a great point, Gary, because it's funny because sometimes we're seeing it really picking up here and it's slower in, you know, the Grey Bruce area, Ragboss area, or sometimes it's the opposite. But what we've seen in every single market or in every location, once it's priced right and it shows well, it's going to go very fast. So what I would advise our partners in this market, it's not the time to try 2022 prices or 2021 prices. Let's look at what is actually selling, make sure it's priced right and it shows well. That listing will go. And that's what we're starting to see with a lot of multiple offers coming in at the brokerage, because you look and you see, okay, as a brokerage, how many listings did we sell this week? And once a week, early, usually on Fridays, I kind of go and just skim through what is selling in the brokerage. And that is what you're starting to see. Sometimes we're seeing, and I think over the last 2 weeks, I saw this as well, where they weren't as fortunate as you, Jen, where it went in 2 days. But maybe at around that 14 to 20 days mark is when now they're starting to see multiple offers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting market that we're in. We know buyers are not sitting on or they're starting to get off the fence. And this is where, as professionals, we continue to encourage them so that they're making the right choice.
Yeah, and it's very true, and it is one of those things where the homes that are sitting a little bit longer. We had that in our neighborhood too. There were homes sitting that 50 and 20 days, and all of a sudden it was like sold. We're just like, whoa, like where did that come from? And it is just that time on the task, right? Sometimes a listing isn't always the best option when they first hit the market, but there will always be a window where they are the best option. It's just a matter of when does that window show up for them. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it takes a little longer, and it does depend on the product. And I think that, the more we continue to talk about it and as agents share what we're all experiencing, because I know I've heard from some of our agents, in the Keswick area and a little further north, that not everything is selling as quickly. And there is some opportunity there depending on, again, what type of product you're looking for. But then you talk to Aurora, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, it's like nothing is sitting, everything is going. So, it's so important. It's just a good reminder of those micro markets, right? Like Terry said, that they're experiencing, I think she said they have on both 70 listings right now. So, that's very different to what we're experiencing. And I've always noticed that there's always a bit of a lag. It takes a couple of months from what we're experiencing to kind of make its way north. And then it kind of hangs out there a little longer. We start to see it slow down, and then it trails back down. So I have a feeling, Terry, that come May and into June, you're going to get very, very busy.
All right, my friends. So this is important. So we always talk about, do you want to be on the market or in the market? These are the types of conversations that allow you to be in the market. If you're not having these conversations, reach out to your peers and have these conversations. It's incredibly important to not only you, but your clients. Okay, my friends, guess what? What time is it here? It's 1:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to invite our good friend, Mr. Brad from Box Brownie, to come on screen with us. What do I need to do? Here we go. There he is. Brad, are you with us?
Wake up, Brad.
Gary, Colin. Yeah, how you both going? Yes, it is a bit early here. It's about 3:15 in the morning in your future. So it's actually a Thursday morning here in Australia. Literally just rolled out of bed and laptop's open, and I'm good to go, gents.
Beautiful.
All right. Excellent. Well, we'll say goodbye to Jen, and we'll hand it over to you, Brad. Do you need anything from us? So here, let's set this up a little bit. Colin and I met Brad about 6 or 7 years ago at a KW family reunion, and he's like, gents, mates, and you'll get the lingo in just a minute here. I come over and I saw Box Brown, and like, oh my gosh, I'm already using your product. It was just one of those weird Google searches where I needed something, landed on Box Brownie. Literally a month later, I'm now meeting Brad all the way from Australia. I think we're in LA. And it's been a great friendship ever since. The way he supports agents and agents' businesses just keeps growing and growing and growing. And just some of the new things that they're launching and the new app that they now have, outstanding. And I mentioned this about 5 years ago, Brad. I mentioned Box Brownie at one of our team meetings. Then I'm going to hand it over to you. I explained what Box Brownie does. It enhances our property photos, just makes them outstanding, virtual staging, everything else. And I challenge our brokers, we should never have a bad photo again because of what you offer, Brad. So talk to us. What do you offer from Box Brownie?
This is what we say. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly share my screen if I can, gents. For some reason, Google isn't letting me do it. I don't use share StreamYard very often. Where are we? Window here. Keynote. Great. So that was easier than what I thought. So hopefully you can has lost permission.
In just a moment.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm just looking into it now, gents. Sorry, I had no idea. But look, what we are a real estate photo editing website. I am trying to find these details here. I'm sorry, this should have been done. I didn't know it had to be done. So I'm just trying to look through my. This is really going to muck things up. But look, we are a real estate photo editing website team. For some reason, click the lock to change screens. I'm really trying to.
Take your time. It's early in the morning.
No, thank you. Yeah, usually it just works, doesn't it? So, cool. We'll go.
You want your website shared, Brad?
Yes, no, wouldn't be as good. Look, I'm not going to get it, gents. I don't think in time. Privacy. So So literally, I've got a whole deck of slides, way better than the website. Screen recording. Where are we? Click the lock. Let's go here. I'll really try and get it up really quickly. But what we do is we make photos great. What will be a record later. Let's see if
you get that.
works.
I'm going to share your website just for a moment here.
Thank
while,
you. Thank you.
Figure that out. And talk us through it. So everything from enhancing photos to virtual staging. I know Jen and Jen's team used the virtual staging not too long ago. Renderings. If Colin, I know you were like thinking to myself, how do I renovate or develop or do your backyard? You wanted to do some landscaping, and Brad's got the service for that.
Brad's got the service. Brad has said, Colin, just send me the photos. So Brad will be getting photos for my backyard soon, and he's going to send me all possible ideas of what that can look like.
All right, so I am going to wing this, gents. I can't even share my own website for some reason. It is a bit of a shame. I had lots of slides prepared last night. As I said, I don't use. Let's just try this once more. Come on, please work.
Can you see what we have on the screen here?
Look, I can. I'm just going to roll with the gents.
Yeah.
Cool. So right now, if you have a look at the website, look, we can do floor plan redraws. Team, send us a builder's plan, a rough mud map, and we can redraw that for you. Yep, that's clicked here. We have different colors. We have different combinations. We can even replicate any type of floor plan you want, whether you're using it on a hand-drawn sketch or if you've got existing builders plans or blueprints. You can see everything on the left is a before and a right, and we have a preset pricing structure. So if, floor plans will start from $30 for a black and white. Our color and color texture to $35, and then we have beautiful 3D plans as well, which is $40. But Gary or Colin, if you wanted to click on image enhancement, we can sort of breeze through a couple of them here. Image enhancement, which is linked to our new app. We have an app which we'll probably try and talk about a bit later on, but pretty much if you take a photo yourself using your phone, or of course, if you have a professional photographer, Box Brownie is a way to modify your photos any way possible. And image enhancement is our baseline edit. You can see how much difference there is in that before and after there. That ocean is blue, the sky's blue. It looks a lot more punchier. These are a $2 edit, and we'll actually do 17 Photoshop tasks to every image submitted. So thank you very much there, Gary. Next one over is Day to Dusk. This is our second most popular edit globally. If you didn't realize, Box Brownie is a true global business, possibly one of the most global businesses you may ever come across. We actually have clients in 114 paying countries. It's growing all the time. We process more photos and photography than anyone else on the planet, which will lead me to my next edit, virtual staging. So Day to Dusk, second most popular edit around the world. This one here, the boys spoke about it before, virtual staging. How am I going off the cuff, boys? Not too bad, right? So this one here, it's so popular, it's not funny. So upload a vacant image of a property. We will fill it out with photorealistic furniture. You will have this edit back in 2 days. The way we do it, it's actually quite complicated, but to the end user, which is yourself, it's very, very simple to use. Upload a vacant photo, click which furniture style you want, give us some additional information, which is all just drop-down menus. It's really, really easy. And if you're not sure, give us a Googled reference photo of the style of furniture you want, and then our team will match it up. So virtual staging, very, very cool. I promise you're going to love it. Floor plans were spoken about. Renders, if you're dealing off the plan, pre-sale, working with builders, developers, we can turn your architect files into a rendering. And a rendering is like a photo impression of what the end build's going to look like. So this is how the builders, this is how the developers pre-sale and sell the intangible. So the property doesn't exist, but I want to sell it anyway. This is how they do it. We are one of the most cost-effective ways out there. That's the whole thing about Box Brownie. We're a high-volume, low-cost service. So look, the end user gets wholesale rates is the best way to put it. We are so affordable that photographers, property photographers like me, I was one for 17 years, will use our service because A, we're cheap, or we like to say affordable, and we've got a really quick turnaround time on everything. The last couple, copywriting, we do that. It's not the AI stuff, but who knows, that could be coming soon. These are Australian journalists writing copy for you. And the last one too, we do a few other things, but virtual renovation, if you want to click on that one, gents, I was just in Canada recently, saw these two fine gentlemen at the Buzz conference. Had a few chats with a lot of agents or realtors, and this was a really big edit I picked up from Canada. It doesn't snow here in Australia like it does, in Canada, but things we can do, like we can remove the snow. And I had a really good example on my slides. I do apologize, but the show must go on. But as you can see, we can literally transform any property. We can show you what that renovation is going to look like before you've even pulled out the hammer. So this is the power of renovation. We can remove snow, like quite a bit of snow to a certain degree. If the house is fully covered or 3/4 covered, give us reference photos of when it was summer, and we can actually rectify it all and make it happen. It's quite crazy. So maybe I'll send the boys a couple of examples of that. Colin or Gary, if you want to slide right down to the bottom of our website, what I'm going to do, team, we've released a new app. It's only for the iPhones at the moment. Keep going, gents. You're going to see, you should see snap, snap, snap on the bottom right-hand side. So we have a new app. So boxbrownie.com, that's like the photo editing beast of a website, right? It's the juggernaut of property editing. This here is the juggernaut of iPhone real estate photography cameras. Like, this thing is crazy. Scroll down if you like, gents. Like, if you stop here, you can sort of see the difference. So left is a before if you just took one shot, right is an after. We actually take seven photos automatically if you're using a tripod. It shoots the exact same way a professional photographer does. So if you didn't realize, I started Box Brownie. I'm a real estate photographer. So I've been one for over 17 years here in Australia. I first started shooting real estate on film camera. Feel free to go down, boys, and you can sort of share whatever we've got that's quite cool. But this image here, right? So this was shot on an iPhone 13. What the app does is it actually controls all the lighting range. You don't have to use a tripod, but the results aren't as good. Every photographer uses a tripod, and there's a reason for that, because they take multiple photos at different layers, blend them together to get an image that looks like this. Notice the perfect exterior window detail. That's one thing I want to point out. This is what the app does. Like, this was shot on an iPhone 13. This shot would cost you $2. You'll have it back within 24 hours. Our average app turnaround time is around 3 hours. We don't promise that, but that's how quick our service is getting now on image enhancement. One of my mates, who's a big sort of a real estate agent here in my hometown, he's like, Pony, I got these photos back in 20 minutes. Like, what the hell is going on with your system? I'm like, I don't know. I can't guarantee that every time, but the system's getting really quick. We're starting to lower our turnaround times. But really quickly, if we want to scroll down, boys, our app does a few things. It brackets like a photographer. This one here is a day to dusk. Yeah, feel free to go down if you like. So it has our top 4 edits on the app. Image enhancement, which involves the HDR bracketing. It does the day to dusk, which is the twilight effect. That gives you up to 5 times more clicks in the USA and up to 4 times more clicks in Australia. I don't have the Canadian stats, sorry, gents. It also does item removal. so you can remove items, literally off your phone. And lastly, which makes it the juggernaut, you can actually do virtual staging off your phone. That background behind me, if you can see it, that was actually shot on an iPhone 11, and that was a vacant property. So that is all virtual staging behind me. So it does our top 4 edits. I promise you, if you're not using a photographer, this app is going to be the new normal in property marketing around the world. It's translated into 4 different languages: English, Spanish, French, and Japanese. We've already had over 6,000 downloads, and we haven't even started the advertising yet. It's going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. I feel I've been building Box Brownie for over 10 years to support this app. That's honestly how I feel. It's that good. I'm a photographer, and I'm telling you, I'm scared of how good it is. I would love to give everyone a trial. There's probably some good examples there if you want to have a look, gents. If you go up a little bit more, there's great. And see those little square tiles on the right hand side. If you click those, it'll change examples. There's our virtual staging before and after. As you can see, that's image enhancement. That's a $2 edit shot on a rainy day. I'll go through these couple of examples, and then we can sort of finish up, boys. But there's another example of virtual staging. This is all done via the app. You don't even have to be a Box Brownie user to make this happen. You can sign up in the app. You can put money on. You can literally just use the app if you want. Or, of course, you can link it up to your Box Brownie account so it syncs both ways. I could talk for days on this. I know I've only got 15 minutes, and I know it's probably around that now. If anyone wants a free trial, ask the gents for my email. If you got a pen handy, it's brad@boxbrownie.com. Yes, I am the founder. No, I am not scared to give my email address out. Yes, I love working with mates around the world in the property industry. Gents, over to you. Otherwise, I'll keep talking. I'll let you get something in.
That's amazing, Brad. And like Gary said, we met Brad 6-7 years ago. And after that, almost every year we go to a conference, we would meet Brad. And then there was COVID. We didn't see each other for a couple of years, and then we saw each other again. But my team has been using Box Brownie. Gary has been using Box Brownie. And here Brad is saying, KWRC, you guys can sample this for free. You can adjust your photos now for $2. You can change that. So as a leadership team, we're just looking at ways that we can continue to bring, quality service to you. So ultimately, it helps you sell your homes. Just like we said, it shows right, it priced right, and it shows well it's going to sell. And Brad and Box Brownie is going to help us with the showing. So, Brad, thank you.
My pleasure. And the last thing I'll say, look, every professional photographer edits their photos. You shouldn't be any different to any imagery you take. Think of the dating websites. If your photos aren't looking good, they're going to swipe past and either look at your competition or the next person. And the property industry is no different. The market is slowing down to a certain degree. You need a point of difference. Box Brownie and Snap are the most cost-effective way to sell your biggest asset. I promise you that.
Well said.
Excellent. Brad, as it's already in here in the notes, so some of the comments, and I've always said this, I always truly appreciate your enthusiasm and your dedication to our industry, man. It's always good to catch up with you. I'm looking forward to the next time, and let's make Snap the go-to app, my friends, because this is what we need. And yes, I think it's coming to Android, but definitely iPhone first, right?
Thank you for that, Gary. Yes, Android is getting built at the moment. There's a reason behind it. I can share it later if you like, but it's about 2 to 3 months away, just so everyone knows. We have a lot of cameras we need to hack into their algorithms, put it that way, probably 150 plus compared to the 7 plus roughly on an iPhone. So that is the difference. Androids have lots of different cameras. But make sure you're using the flagship models, iPhone 11 onwards. Anything that has a wide angle lens is going to have a good camera. The Samsungs have terrific cameras as well. I can't wait to see the results there. But, if you're taking photos on your phone now and on Android, don't let that stop you. If you've got some single shots you've taken, snap a couple of shots. we can still upload those through boxbrownie.com. So any questions, please email me. We can jump on a one-on-one call, another team call, whatever you want. I love my job. So, and I know I can train anyone how to take better marketing, and I'm just here to help.
Excellent. And that's a great point. Your Android users, take photos, use the website to get them enhanced and everything else that we need. Brad, my man, appreciate you waking up in the middle of your night or our tomorrow night, whatever we want to call it. Looking forward to connecting with you real soon, my friend. Talk to you. Bye for now.
Brad, take care, brother.
Bye, gents. I've got a few Canadian conferences coming up, over throughout the year. So I'll make sure I reach out. There's plenty popping up in the area. So yeah, I'll be there and would love to see you.
All right.
Excellent.
See you.
See you, mate.
Ciao.
Well, there he is, Mr. Brad. Well, we call him Pony. That's his nickname, Philipponi. We'll call him Pony. Also, it's always good to catch up with him, and it's always isn't being around people that have an enthusiasm for their trade. It's exciting for us, and that's the same way I feel us as realtors need to share that same enthusiasm with our clients, because what we portray, whether it's negative or positive, your clients are going to take that on. And Brad is somebody that certainly looks at it with the glasses half full. How can I make it full? And that's the same way we need to look at our business as well, right, Jem? As we sign off.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say the most impressive part about that was that he got out of bed to do that interview and he was still that excited. That's just passion. That's going to come out no matter what scenario you're in. So it's engaging, right? Like I know Terry's already saying, okay, we're in, like you sold me, and he doesn't have to sell you we did use the product recently as well. And it is exceptional. So highly recommend it. But yes, that being able to put that level of understanding, professionalism, enthusiasm, and just like passion into the way you discuss things with your clients, your business is going to grow exponentially because they're going to feed off of your energy. And that's what it's all about, right?
And
excellent.
You can edit a photo for $2. Like, that's it. $2.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And like my brother, obviously, he's in construction. He's connected with Brad already because he's looking at taking photo of a space to show the clients what it would look like before he demo and start building.
Smart.
So he's working with Curtis to do that. But Brad is just an amazing. We love his energy. We love his enthusiasm, and it's a product that works. I've been using it now 6 or 7 years. I've been using it. Gary, I think you're a couple months longer than I have, and a lot of agents in our brokerage have been using it. He also mentioned next time he's in town, he would like to even come and do a training in our office. So we'll see what that looks like and how we can set that up. We'll coordinate with him.
I love that. That's awesome.
Excellent. Well, we got to bring this meeting to a wrap, and here's our goal and our mission for each of one of these meetings is to obviously shed light on things that we need to be aware of, but most importantly, bring value, tremendous amount of value today. Scott Leroy, of course, Brad, and in making sure our paperwork is correct. You might not think that's value, but trust me, when you're in a transaction and you receive an offer that has no errors or nothing like that, what does that do for you and the credibility of that other agent? You're like, man, I want to work with this offer. I want to work with this agent because there's nothing apart from price maybe wrong with it, right? So that level of professionalism goes a long way, just like our team meetings. Colin, sign us off, my friend.
Team, it's always a pleasure to bring a team meeting to you because we put a lot of thought and time into, okay, what value can we bring to every team meeting? Today, I want to say thank you to each and every one of our leaders. Thank you to each and every one of our participants. Thank you for signing on and being here with us for an hour. And again, thank you for Stevie for all that you've done over the last 2 years supporting us. That's it.
Excellent. Bye for now, my friends.